Welcome back. This is episode 2. This episode's super exciting because we have a super special guest. But before we get into that, we are going to talk holiday traditions, like our favorite holiday traditions, our favorite holiday music, and then we are going to introduce you guys to someone who is starting to blow up. I found her on TikTok. She is at over 350K streams on Spotify. With her lyric video for her new song. It has been up for 2 weeks. She's at over 193,000 views. Her acoustic version of her holiday song went up 4 days ago. And that video is already at 9.5 thousand views. She has 75.2 thousand followers on TikTok. And her most viewed video with her song, it has 1 million views. So
did it hit 1 million?
It hit 1 million.
It hit 1 million?
Yes, girl. So we have Linneah. Yes, girl. I was stalking hard. I was like, I need to know these numbers. You hit 1 million on one of your videos. Yes, with Season's Greetings. So we're gonna hop in. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna embarrass ourselves and all the good stuff. It's gonna be great. So like I said though, first we're gonna start with our favorite holiday traditions. I'm not going to kick this off. We will let Linneah kick this off, and then we will hop over to Maria so I can shut the fuck up. Favorite traditions. Let's go.
It's got to be eating. Definitely eating cookies. I've literally had cookies almost every day. My mom and I always make cookies, like different kinds. Normally, like peanut butter blossoms, which are like my favorite.
Oh, those are so good.
I could eat cookies all day. It's my weakness. I just told you about the Oreos, so so yeah, and food in general. I love cooking and I love getting together for like family events and just having a good meal. So
that's awesome. Is this like your favorite holiday, or
honestly, Christmas is my favorite holiday.
Yeah,
a lot of people are saying like, is it your favorite because of the song? And it's like they think it's not, but no, it definitely is my favorite holiday by far.
I love Christmas. Yay!
And if you haven't noticed, I actually have another Christmas song from last year, and I've written quite a few others, but I'm sure they'll come out in the next couple of years. So
is that High Christmas?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was like, I want to listen to that so bad.
Yeah.
But I like discovered it right before we called you, so I will definitely be checking that one out.
For sure.
All right, Maria.
Traditions. Really, yeah, I'm the same way. It's family. I have a very it's kind of common nowadays, but I'm divorced from my first husband, so we kind of switch off. We do. We have the kids one year, we don't have the kids the other year. So the years that we have the kids, we're with my family, and the years that we don't, we're with his family. So we get to see kind of everybody. But luckily, I actually love my in-laws. So
Yeah.
I love my in-laws. They are great. So that's mine. That and baking and Hallmark movies, which you hate, Heather.
They all have the same fucking plot. I just don't get it. Okay.
I look forward to it every year.
It's kind of like Christmas songs.
Yeah, no, did you see the post that Mark put up?
No.
He said what has like 15 actors.
I did see that. Hold on, I'm gonna find it because Linneah will laugh. Because I thought it was fucking funny.
Yeah.
My husband is a former Marine, and he likes to make fun of me a lot.
Okay, the post says, what has 15 actors, 4 settings, 2 writers, and 1 plotline? 632 Hallmark Christmas movies.
632 of them.
I just can't get into them.
I can't name one. I can't even name one. I can't think of it. You can name them all.
My husband, like tonight, he goes, I'm asking now, can we see a movie so I don't have to sit and watch Hallmark movies?
I don't blame him. No offense. I love you so much.
I know you do. I love you too.
Okay, is it? Okay, go ahead.
No, that's it.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Fucking everything. I love Christmas. Okay, I love the lights.
Christmas is freaking awesome.
The lights well, okay, except Hallmark movies. I don't count for that, I guess. But the lights, the food, the family, because I got the children, so it's fun for them. I like the gift giving. I like it all. I fucking love Christmas. It's great. And then New Year's comes and I stop caring again. But everything about Christmas. I put my Christmas tree up like the first week in November every year, and everyone's like, "You're killing Christmas." I'm like, "Fuck you. I like it. Leave me alone."
I know. I noticed it being celebrated a lot earlier this year, and I'm really stoked that everyone's on this bandwagon. I feel like a lot of people, like November 1st, everybody was like pulling out the Christmas stuff in stores, and I started seeing posts, and I released the song on November 22nd thinking like November, the day after Thanksgiving, is going to be too late. I was like, it needs to be like a little bit more. People are already getting excited about Christmas.
Well, and like Thanksgiving it's typically the third Thursday. It was like the last week of
It was like
November.
the last day of almost.
Right.
Yeah.
I was like, what the
All right, that's a little much. You're not giving us any of December.
Yeah, no, that was a lot. Okay. Well, that was colorful. Okay, we're gonna jump into Christmas music, and I will go last because I'm going to go into my new favorite Christmas song, and we will go back with Linneah to start.
My favorite Christmas song?
Yeah, besides your own.
Besides my own. Probably Santa Baby. I like that one a lot.
Yes. Oh.
I just think it's cute.
It is cute. I dig it.
And then maybe actually Silver Bells, because it just has a good meaning. I grew up singing in choruses in school. So Silver Bells, like when my dad started dating my stepmom and we were really little, she asked me to sing it for her, like a cappella. And then it just like brought like a special meaning to it. So ever since, her and I like always sing it, and we're just like, it's cute. So
I'll say, well, that's just the cutest fucking thing ever.
Yeah, it was like our first bonding moment, like that I can remember. So
dude, that's so cute. Maria?
Mine has always been Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas.
Tradition. I love it. Traditional.
Yeah.
Okay. I grew up like my favorite was like the Nat King Cole version of the Christmas song. I also grew up in chorus, and I sang it in this little Italian bistro one year for whatever, and my dad was like, and I was like, it's my favorite now. I love you. And so that is kind of how that came about.
So it's got a meaning too. It's got a little story.
It does. It's cute. I mean, I liked it anyway, but then my dad got all choked up, and I was like, I see you. That's cute. But segue, my whole house's new favorite Christmas song. I shit you not, everyone in my house is singing this like all the time.
Really? That's amazing.
It's the best.
Oh, I have it stuck in my head.
Yeah. See, I'm doing my job. I just keep posting it everywhere, and I'm like, listen to her.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah.
What's funny is every time you post it, I click on it.
It was literally on repeat the other day, and I'm like, I hope your fucking tree burns down. I was so excited. I was like mad about something, and I was just like, fuck, I hope your tree burns down. And like, it just really got me in the Christmas spirit. So we're going to listen to that really quickly.
Awesome.
It is all up in my, look, it was already playing. Okay. So we're gonna play Linneah's Season's Greetings. All right.
Season greetings from my broken heart. I've been dreaming of how lonely you are. 'Cause this winter, it's been a record cold year. I hope you're freezing and fucking miserable there. 'Cause I've been drinking a rum spice cider, and I keep thinking of all your lies, dear. I know it's your favorite holiday. Merry Christmas. I hope your tree burns down. You're on my shit list. You know I hate you now. Merry Christmas from all our wasted years. Merry Christmas. I hope you spend it alone. I saw your mistletoe outside your door. I'm sure that it's just a setup for doing much more. You can hide yourself in red and green, but the whole town knows how you're easy. 'Cause I've been drinking a rum spice cider, and I keep thinking of all your lies, dear. I know it's your favorite holiday. broken heart, I've been dreaming of how lonely you are. 'Cause this winter, it's been a record cold year. I hope you're freezing and fucking miserable there. Please no kissing under the mistletoe. I'm just bitter, I thought I'd let you know. Please no kissing under the mistletoe. I'm just bitter, I thought I'd let you know. Merry Christmas, I hope your tree burns down. You're on my shit list, you know I hate you now. Merry Christmas from all our wasted years. Merry Christmas, I hope you spend it alone. Merry Christmas, I hope you spend it alone.
I'm so fucking obsessed with that song. I'm just saying. I love all like the really happy like do up, and it's like and I'm like, yes, you are so my type of person. I love it.
Yeah. I really tried to keep that like Christmas spirit and making you feel joy at the same time.
Feel good about your hatred. It's great.
Yeah.
And I love watching your roommate on his TikToks talk about how you guys made it, and it's like Christmas trap music, and I'm like, yes. But why don't you tell everybody like where the song came from?
Yes, I would like to know that because I'm curious.
The backstory, the famous TikTok backstory.
Yep.
Yeah, the famous TikTok backstory. So basically, I dated this girl for 6 years, and we were in obviously a serious relationship. And it was just a turning point in my life where it was toxic, so I didn't want to be with her anymore. And I was trying to figure out like what to do next, and I was kind of stuck. And so I decided to give it my all in music. I'd never really tried. I'd just always kind of done it as a hobby. And then so I asked my brother if I could live with him, and because I was going to invest into building like a little recording studio and tried to like actually engineer and produce and write for other artists and stuff. And he of course was said yes. We were like really close. We were like best friends. And then as I moved in and was putting my all into music, started seeing like that they were getting kind of weird around me. I started to notice like every time I would like show them songs, like they would get really weird. And it started like, I felt like I was putting ideas in my head, and my friends were even like, that's bizarre. Like, that's too much. Like you're pushing it, dude. Like, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, right. You guys are right. Yeah. Everyone's right. And then sure enough, they came home. It was like a Memorial Day, and I had to work. And so they had went out to go like hang out. And cause I mean, we were all close. So that, you know, I had grown up with this girl. Actually, we'd been friends since we were 12. Yeah. So she was like my cousin's best friend, and we had been, basically family. I mean, she was like, I grew up with her, but I had always had a crush on her. And then we started dating when I was like 19. And then, so yeah, so they started getting weird, and they came home on Memorial Day, like really drunk. And then I saw it just like all over their face. I was just like, the look they both gave me and the look that I gave them, I just remember it so like, it was just guilt everywhere. And then, so they were so drunk, they fell asleep. And my brother fell asleep with his phone on his face, like with Snapchat open, really loud. And so I was like, what is that noise? And I went to go like see him, like, and his phone was like just playing music really loud on his face. And so I picked up his phone and I was like, let me just make sure like I'm not too crazy. And I sure enough started going through his text messages and found a lot of stuff I didn't know, had no idea was going on. And it got really like intense really quick. And I was kind of tripped out. And it was one of those moments where I thought like, I don't know what happens next. I kind of waited for about 5 minutes, like just reading and holding the phone, just like, I think I'm going to black out, and I'm not sure what's going to happen next. But I didn't. And I came to my senses of like, don't do anything stupid and just leave. and I grabbed my stuff and I did confront my girlfriend at the time, and I told her, like, I literally just showed her the phone and she was still like denying it and everything was so wild. And I called my cousin and I was telling her, because I was freaking out, and I told her like what was going on, and she's like, just leave, like get in the car and leave. And so I left and went to my other brother's house and handed him the phone. And then, he went through that. And then, yeah, it was like a lot in our family. It was a lot that went on. And, the Christmas after that was definitely probably the hardest Christmas, because, I was pissed at my brother and I hated him and everything, but like at the time, but it was weird missing them, because it was like, it was just something that was just like, I was so used to for years and years and years. So I was like, this is weird. And, so I was just drinking a lot more than I should have been. And,
been there.
And yeah. And then, Season's Greetings, I had actually written like before, and I just like had, written on my phone. And then one of my friends and he had made like a different instrumental version to it. And it was like punk rock, actually. And so, it was cool, but it wasn't like mainstream at all. But I liked the music, or I liked the song. I'm like, this song is really good. I think if I actually redid it into a more like pop mainstream, like real Christmas song, I think it would really do well. And then I changed some of the words too, and we changed it a lot. Like me and my roommate, when we reproduced it, and so yeah, like when I showed it to him, he was like, we should remake this year. And I was like, I totally agree. And everyone told me to, like my parents were like really supportive of it.
That's
and
awesome.
so I remade it, and then remade it into something like into this. And then my roommate finished the production on it, and he's like got his own style of sound. And he's really killer. He's super talented too. He's won like the show called The House of Beats. And
very cool.
He's won a couple of production stuff, and he's definitely growing as a producer. So I think him and I meeting, we've known each other for about a year, was definitely like a good thing, because we've made some really good records together. And Season's Greetings, I think, is like our biggest one so far.
Yeah.
And it's exciting because we have a pretty good community of music people. So yeah, that's kind of like the backstory on it. And I definitely put way more anger and energy into this version, because I felt it a lot more. Like, I really felt it a lot more.
Yeah.
And I think that a lot of people even can tell because of all the TikTok videos. I'm like, you guys are literally making the same faces that I made while I was recording. I'm like,
awesome.
That's crazy. I'm like, you can feel what I'm doing. You can tell like how like bitter and sassy I'm kind of being. And
it's so cool. And it's so funny because like to look at you and talk to you, or even just see your TikTok videos, even like before now, like you seem like the sweetest person. So like to see that, even like, okay, so like she'll duet the people who do the song. Okay, Maria doesn't have TikTok, so basically like just side by side now is like duetting on TikTok. And so she'll like duet the people who are doing the songs, and you can see like the faces, and then she just looks so happy. And I'm like, it's so cool to see. Like, I used to write music just because I was really into it, and I sang a lot, and like I cannot imagine that. I can't imagine like watching people singing my lyrics.
Yeah,
like, that's crazy.
It is honestly, I mean, this is the first time this has happened to me. This is obviously my biggest song, and it tripped me out. Like the first person that did it, I was like, whoa, like one person did it, and like they like are singing the lyrics, like holy cow. And I remember I was so excited. I was running around the house. I mean, I was like super hyper. And I'm a very hyper person in general. So it definitely like was crazy. And then it turned, I think it was about 10 videos on maybe like the first 2 days that I posted about it on TikTok. And already I was like, wow, this is crazy. And then it just jumped pretty quickly to about 100. And I was like blown away. Like, I can't believe 100 people know the lyrics to my song.
Yeah.
And day by day, it's just been multiplying and multiplying. And I think it's about over 56,000 videos right now. It's the #1 trending holiday song on TikTok.
Okay, yeah, her song is trending over Mariah Carey. The fuck? Mariah, okay, everyone, like, I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Mariah Carey is even relevant anymore. No offense, like, I love her. But, like, I mean, Name a fucking Mariah Carey song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But that is like the Christmas song. I don't know why. I wish it would stop. And this bitch is like #1 over Mariah Carey. And I wish, like, okay, so I saw your live where you were like, oh my God. So I went and I was like, no fucking way. Because like sometimes I know you Google or like you search things and it goes by like what you already have in your algorithms. So I was like, I'm just gonna look. And I was like, holy shit, like that's so cool.
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy. Like, congratulations. That's fucking intense.
I know. I was like, I didn't expect that. Somebody had sent me a video and said, hey, you showed up on the Discover page on TikTok, like for like use this sound. And I was like, whoa, that means like TikTok's picking it up. And I clicked on holiday season just to see, and it was #1. And I just dropped my phone. I look up at my roommate. He goes, what? And I'm like, oh my God, look at the phone. And he's like, what? And I'm like, oh my God. And I was like, over Mariah Carey? I'm like, which is a paid TikTok placement right now.
Stop.
I can't stand that song, so you know.
Yeah.
They
have like a I'm pretty sure like it's paid because I've seen the sponsored like ads for it.
Now
and
I'm just
same
waiting.
with Jingle Bells, or not Jingle, Jingle Bells, and then the Lil Jon version of All I Want for Christmas, and I'm still #1 organically over all 3 of those paid TikTok placements. Awesome. And I was like, whoa.
I'm just waiting for the TikTok dances to start.
Yeah.
Because okay,
there's been a few people that have come up with dances to it.
That's awesome. I hope that catches on because I'm so fucking here for it.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
You might see my niece on TikTok. Just
that'd be awesome.
Cool.
I'll follow her.
She's been begging me to get TikTok.
I'm like, dude, it's a fucking black hole, but do it.
It is a black hole. It is. I have to make sure I don't get lost in it because I'm really trying to, communicate with people and talk to them and be interactive with everybody because I'm really, really grateful. And so when I open it, I'm like, don't look at the For You page, like get off of this because it's just so funny. Or it gets serious. I don't know. It's just a lot going on.
Have you yet gotten wrapped up in the fucking Battle of the Beards?
No.
Oh my God. Okay, so there's
like a little bit of it, but
yeah, I was going to say, okay, because I am like way too invested. Like I follow them all on Instagram now.
You talked about this on the last one, right? Is that what you
probably?
What you
I wrote fucking Beer Bong John, and I was like, y'all are escalating this shit too fast. Slow down. There's like 10 videos that. Maria, they're hanging like Christmas trees from their beards.
Yeah, that's what you were talking about.
Yeah, one dude put 120 ornaments in his beard. Another dude hung like a gingerbread house. I'm just like, why am I even watching this at this point? Like, I don't. It's sucking my
reviews, huh?
First of all, I do not like beards. Okay. I do not like beards, and this long beard trend has got to fucking go.
I mean, that's fair.
I hate it. And then you start that shit, and putting glitter in there. And
yeah, I saw one that was like a lot of glitter, and I'm like, that looks gross.
Well, like glitter breeds. Like, I don't have time for that shit.
Yeah, me either. I had like glitter. When we filmed the music video last week, I had glitter everywhere, just from a couple ornaments. Literally, it was just from a few ornaments that like I destroyed in the video, and yeah, I had glitter all over my clothes still. I was like, why would it go away?
That's amazing.
I use glitter on a daily basis, and it's constantly living on my face.
Dude, I was like, I'm going to put shimmer on my eyes because we're talking about Christmassy things. And I opened this thing, and literally it just like shit glitter all over my desk. And I was like, cool. I didn't even use it out of the fucking palette. I took it off my desk, and I was like, fuck it, whatever. If my eye gets infected, that's what the life had in store for me.
Yeah.
But so you've always been in California then?
No, I actually grew up mostly in Florida most of my life. My parents were military, so I grew up in the Panhandle, like little town called Destin, like area.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I grew up mostly there, and then my family's from San Diego, like both my parents, and so I come back and forth all the time. And then, like, basically right after high school, I moved out to, like, LA and went to school. And then just been moving like back and forth in San Diego and LA a couple times. So
That's cool. I have a daughter, like a biological daughter that was adopted, and she lives in Southern California. And I've only been there once, and I like it, but like the only thing that freaks me out about California is like they give you warnings about everything, where like nowhere else in the country does that, and it's like, hey, the air you breathe, like it's gonna give you cancer, and I'm like, fuck, I'm leaving, like I'm done with California. But
yeah,
like,
that sign is a little weird.
Yeah,
They're
I was
like,
like,
we do not accept responsibility for all the cancer that you're getting for being inside this restaurant.
That's okay, and also like, okay, I grew up in Maryland. I grew up like right outside of DC, and like where I'm from, like they didn't have sweet tea, and I waited tables for a while, and we had to just make regular tea, and then there was like sugar on the table. Then I moved to North Carolina, and like, I mean, you might as well just inject sugar into your veins. So that was different. And I went to go visit my daughter, and I'm like, hey, yeah, can I just get a sweet tea? And they were like, what? I was like, sweet tea, and they were like, we have citrus tea, and I was like, what shit am I in the middle of right now? They're like, it's infused with limes and oranges, and I was like, fuck it, like I'll be bougie, let's go California, I need to come here more. No, but I really like it out there. I don't know if I would like to live there, but I definitely liked visiting out there. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, the sweet tea thing's pretty bizarre.
Yeah.
I want to visit once. My husband says he refuses to go to California though, so.
It's nice. I like it. The weather is what everybody loves.
Yeah.
You know, it's about 75 like every day and sunny. So
yeah, that's nice.
While the rest of the country is either like raining, frozen, or
because I hear that like air conditioning is not like a normal thing down there. And if a house in Texas doesn't come with air conditioning, that is like,
bitch, you gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the first place I lived in California. I've always lived in apartments, but none of them have air conditioning. This is the first place that actually just even has a window AC in every room, so it kind of is like air conditioning.
So you're like fancy now.
Yeah, it's super fancy.
Okay, so I'm staring at your tattoos because I'm just covered. I'm digging. I have an hourglass up here. I'm digging your hourglass. What is the clock?
It's a broken clock at 11:11.
Oh, very cool.
Oh,
yeah.
That's freaking awesome.
I'm getting so like my whole arm is a labyrinth sleeve. So I'm doing my have you seen the labyrinth? Oh my god, you have. So there's like a 13-hour clock, and I'm excited to get that on this hand. I'm trying to get my arms and my hands finished.
Yeah.
By March.
Yeah, I only have one, but when I go visit Heather, she's gonna take me to get another one.
Yeah, dude. So my tattoo artist says a $500 5-hour plus tap out. So you pay $500 and you sit as long as you can. If you can't sit for 5 hours, you just pay for the time that you sat. But so like you can sit for 12 hours. He'll tattoo you from like noon, to midnight, and you just pay $500. And I was like, oh shit, we going in, son. I'm so excited.
Yeah, I think that 5 is the longest I've ever sat.
Yeah, I tap out at like 4.5, so I was like, we'll see. Yeah. Because he said like it doesn't have to be like one tattoo, he'll like do a bunch. So it was like, I think I'm
she told me that. I was like, yes, because the one of my
it doesn't have to be one, then I could probably sit longer.
All right, we're all doing it. Let's go. I'm down. It's gonna just be a chick weekend, and I'm here for it.
I cannot wait. You know how long it's been since I've had a tattoo?
Yeah, it's been a while for me too. I can't even.
When I got my divorce, that's when I got this one, and that was it. That was the last one.
Between like this one and my last one, it was like 2. No, that's a lie. I don't know. I was gonna say 2 years, but I got this one in March, and I got this one last week, so I don't fucking know. I just go with it. I don't know. I get in the mood, and I'm like, I don't have money. Take it. Cool. It's fine.
Yeah, I have a lot of good friends that are tattoo artists, so I've been pretty lucky to be around that community.
Oh, God, I'm trying so hard. I'm just like, hey, you want to be friends? Cool. Thank you. Because I really need money for this shit.
I love tattoos. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who is like, okay, I was watching your live. Who is like the most famous person you have run into thus far?
Like on purpose or on accident?
Ooh, both.
Both.
Okay, on purpose, Taylor Swift.
Cool.
And then on accident was definitely the other night when I ran into Travis Barker, and it was Machine Gun Kelly, Youngblood, Goody Grace, Black Bear, and Mod Sun. They were celebrating the release of one of their records that I think went gold or platinum.
That's
and
awesome.
and yeah, I just happened to be in that room at the same time, and it was pretty wild.
Dude, I met Mod Sun a couple years ago at Warped Tour, and I love him so much. But he's sober now, so that's cool. I'd be really interested to hear his story about like his journey through sobriety, because I've been kind of following that through Instagram. So he seems to be doing really well. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I know he was doing a bunch of crazy shit. I don't know his life, to the T or anything. But I noticed that he got sober. I got sober last year, so it's cool seeing other people get sober, and I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So yeah, he seems pretty cool.
I've definitely like cut back a lot to where I almost feel so like I'm sober, but I mean, I still drink, just not like I used to.
Yeah, I got to the point where I was
more
like,
control over it.
Yeah, I got to the point where I was like, I am doing this not to feel things, so we should stop.
Yeah.
So we had to learn.
I mean, that's definitely like the rum spice cider line. Like that's a very real story. It's like I would just drink to piss myself off, thinking about things that wanted to piss me off, and then it just turns into that vicious cycle of now I'm an angry drunk, and that wasn't a fun time for me. So I was like, now I'm a fun drunk, and I just have a good time and just enjoy myself, and there's no drama.
I've always been a fun drunk, but I get myself in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Same.
Maria was with me. We met for the first time at a beauty conference, and Maria saw me get myself in a lot of trouble. And then one night, Maria wasn't with me, and it took a turn, and I was like crying in a Denny's at 3 a.m. with the DJ from the conference, and I was just like, I had to face him the next day, and I was like, we're not going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Woo! That was something.
Yeah, we went out the first time. Yeah, we went out the first night, and she goes, "Are you gonna go? Are we gonna go out again?" No, I'm going to bed. That's where our age difference comes. Like I can do one night, I cannot do two.
We went to like the gay district of Dallas, and it was the best fucking night of my life.
It's so much fun. I love that area. It is so much fun.
Yeah,
my roommate's from Dallas.
Yeah.
But I don't think he's ever like gone in that.
Well, so,
in the gay district. I didn't even know there was a gay district in Dallas.
I was kind of nervous because I was like, it's Dallas, like we're in Texas, like I'm a little.
Yeah, I think I would be a little nervous too.
No, it was great.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up in the South, so it was like we had one gay bar, and it was an hour away from us. And when we went out there, it was like. It was that safe little spot, but like as soon as it got out, it got a little scary. Like to where I was like, okay.
Yeah.
No, over there at that area, it's pretty safe. And I took Heather to her first drag show over there. It was so freaking awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. We were like trying to meet up with a makeup influencer at the time. Now he's like fucking huge, and like it was a lot of fun. Drag shows are like my new favorite thing.
That's awesome. But I mean, I live in LA now, so it's wild over here.
I know. She's like, I don't go anywhere.
I can't even imagine.
It's just wild.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of stuff going on every night.
It
was eye-opening for sure for the first time. I was like,
well, I'm sure. Yeah. Coming from Florida, it's like,
I didn't even know, honestly, I swear, it felt like I had no idea that this many gay people even existed. I was like,
that's real.
What? I was the only one in my whole school.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like.
Dude, like.
Oh, man. Driving, I see a lot. They always ask me to go drinking with them. I'm like, I gotta drive tonight.
I feel like where I'm at sometimes it's still like, I feel like sometimes people are still like pretty closeted. I don't know. When I was 12, I was like, Dad, I'm bisexual. And he was like, no, the fuck you're not. And I was like, oh, okay. Cool.
And then my parents are really traditional too. And they still don't even know.
My mom was just like, cool, if you get a girlfriend, bring her home. I was like, sick, thanks. But I was like, I did not raise a gay girl. And I was like, that's fine. Whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always good times. I mean, I didn't know any better. I didn't know this was like a thing that people got upset about. I was just like, I think girls are cute and I've kissed them. And my dad was like, what? Like, I don't know. So that was fun.
My father would honestly disown me.
Your parents still don't know?
Whew. It's on the internet.
Hey, you know what? You know what? My husband knows that's all that matters.
That's a real thing. That's a very real thing.
Yeah.
This is typically how our podcasts go, by the way. We just start talking about shit.
We're just outing each other online.
I mean, like, it's cool. It's fine. It's funny because, like, I mean, my friends knew, but I never talked about it publicly because I used to make a big deal about it. And my friend had posted this thing, and because this girl was like, "It's stupid that bisexual people come out because like there's no reason to." And I was like, "That's stupid," because my dad fucking made me feel like shit. And my friend posted like this thing of her coming out like publicly for the first time on social media, and she was like, "I hope this inspires someone." So like the next day, I was like, "I'm bisexual, motherfuckers! It wasn't a phase," and my dad deleted his Facebook. So. I'm not even fucking kidding. My dad does not have a Facebook anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Dream. At a time. Well, let's set up this lightning round, and then I want to show you your gifties because I'm sorry, but this bitch is busy. Okay, she's important people now. Just gonna throw that out.
It's been the craziest couple weeks of my life, that's for sure.
I'm sure it has.
It was weird. It was like I just like asked TikTok to help me get viral, and then all of a sudden it's viral.
You posted that what, like Thanksgiving ish?
Yeah, like the day. I mean, I posted the first video talking about it the day it released, and then I mean, I had been like kind of practicing and studying TikTok for like a minute on like its viralness and like other people's videos that have taken off, and so I was trying to get that video to get a good amount of plays, and it got to like 25,000. And for me, I was like, whoa, that's a lot. It's the most I've ever gotten on anything. And you know, that's when people already started to use the sound, and I was like, yes. And so I left that one up, and then started to make a couple other ones, and then one of them with a totally different song actually blew up a lot more, and then people started like, what song do you want us to listen to? Like, what song is it? And they're like, whoa, this song's like actually really good.
Yeah.
It just started, you know, taking off from there. I released the lyric video, I think, on Thanksgiving. Yeah. And that's when the lyric video really helped with the push. Because people started to search it, and then it started to come up. And then, from there, it just kept growing and growing, and I was just blown away.
I saw your thing about Gary Vee, and I was like, the more like you post shit, I'm like, we're gonna be best friends. It's gonna happen. I love Gary Vee, dude. Like Gary Vee that dude's like a fucking wizard. But it's like he makes it sound so simple. He's just like, hey, fuck face, like do it. I don't know what else, you know. And so,
but I mean, at the end of the day, you know, it's just action, and a lot of this is funny because a lot of it was preparation, because I knew the song was good, and we had finished the song in like July, August-ish. And so I was sitting on the song just like, I know it's going to do good. I mean, it's just different, you know, and it's a market that I feel like hasn't really been touched in Christmas music yet, you know. It's like a breakup Christmas song. Like, I mean, there are those songs for sure, but not necessarily in the style of like pop, and especially like trap. And and then so I was like, I need a game plan, like a hard one. And I was like, because I need to give this my like 200%, you know. And so I started completely doing like the 5 a.m. like morning club of like waking up at 5 a.m., working out. I went running like every day and listened to like Gary Vee and listened to, you know, a bunch of motivational speakers of like, you can do anything you set your mind to, until, you know. And then I came back and I would start working and set myself like times of like studying TikTok and studying social media and studying like, you know, algorithms, and just trying to figure it all out until like, you know, it was ready to finally execute when the song was coming out, and, you know, coming out with the artwork and like, you know, what kind of like all of it, the Christmas sweater of like the profile picture and the aesthetic of everything. So it was definitely
all looks bomb.
Game plan. Thank you very much.
Yeah, for sure.
So it's crazy. It's like, whoa, it worked.
Yeah. That moment, like
Gary Vee, like, yo, like it worked.
Yeah. All I ever see is consistency. And it's hard, like, oh God, it's hard, like, when you're in an industry that, like, is very, like, focused on, like, where you live. Because, like, for you to take off, like, you can take off everywhere. You can take off fucking worldwide and be solid. I'm like, hey, Raleigh, love me. And then, like, all these people from, like, around the country are like, oh my God, you do beautiful work. And I'm like, fuck off. Like, you don't live here and I need people in my chair. Like, I mean, like, thank you, but, like, I'm never going to do your hair, which sucks.
Yeah.
But, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But I love that, like, it is, oh God, it's true. I'm going to take my headset off here. It's true. Like, social media has, like, a crazy, crazy power when it comes to just getting content out that is meant to get to as many people as possible if you know how to do it. And I think that a lot of times, like, it's as gross as it sounds, everyone's just like shooting blanks. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make it, and it's like nothing's happening because you're not studying the algorithms and you're not paying attention to how people post. You know, like, I post on TikTok for fun because I just like being obnoxious and I can't do that anywhere else. But you know, for my business, I post very differently on Facebook and on Instagram. You know, it's just figuring out like your niche, how to get it out there, paying attention, like you said, to how people post and how things are taking off. But honestly, there are some things that I'm seeing that I'm like, how the fuck does this have 25,000 views on it?
They're the mysteries as well. That's for sure. 25,000 or some that I'm like, how did this get millions?
I'm over here like, I'm funny as shit. What is this? Like, I know I'm not that funny, but it's fine. I do my best to be perfect. Yeah. Honestly, like, I mean, it's not like I have thousands of views, but the things that get the most attention on my TikTok are like mental health things, and I'm like, okay.
Yeah. And I think that was a big part of what I integrated into this as well, though. That's awesome. I was trying to like explain the story of like, yeah, I went through this thing, but I'm here right now. And what my mission is now is to raise money for charity. And one of the charities I'm raising money for is a suicide awareness charity that my ex-girlfriend, who I dated right after this bad breakup with my brother and everything, she was a trauma nurse, and I was very much having some trauma. And, you know, we fell like madly in love together, and she helped me so much through like helping me pay for therapy that I couldn't afford at the time. And I'd never even been to therapy, but I definitely needed it. And so, yeah, she started this foundation because of me and trying to get people help as well. And that was her dream for it to take off. And then we broke up last year. And basically it was still, I had not fully healed from like all of the trauma still. And she was like, kind of like, you know, you need help, more help than I can give you. And that breakup for me was really bad because it was almost resurfacing everything again, to where it was like, I'm losing the love of my life because of you guys that I did nothing, like, you know, right. And you know, so it brought it all up, I think, again. And that's when I finally like slammed the book closed of like, this is over. Like, how do I finish this chapter? Because I can't like go forward from here. So, you know, I had a therapist, a really good one, and we figured out the game plan of how to like completely close this chapter. I ended up confronting my brother. And so that, you know, was closed. And once I had that, I no longer like had like triggers or wasn't angry anymore. And it was from there, it was just like, well, now I'm ready to become like the best version of myself and take on a new mission. And then the donation process came to me one day, and my ex-girlfriend doesn't know about this at all whatsoever. I have no idea if she even knows about the Season's Greetings is taking off for her, because she's a trauma nurse, so she's like kind of disconnected from social media. And I posted a video on TikTok talking about like, hey, like if you guys can go follow like myhonestanswer.org is what it's called, and you know, maybe support it in any way, shape, or form just by speaking about it or following the Instagram. And it would like, it's like kind of a thank you, I think. And that's what I want to like do for the organization and for her dream to come true as well. But just more so not like with the intention of getting back together, just right as a thank you of like, I'm here doing this because you helped me, you know, you made that wave and I'm making this wave, and hopefully other people will make their waves with like the organization and getting help for other people. So
well, now you've reached at least 1 million people.
That's crazy. That's mind-blowing.
That is. And I did forget to mention that earlier when we were talking about your song. So you said all royalties forever are going to charity for this specific song, yeah?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So yeah, everything that I own, for sure. Yeah. So it's that was my dream, because I was like, obviously look at Mariah Carey. if you have a freaking hit Christmas song, and then look at the charts, it's NSYNC and it's Jingle Bells, it's the same 100 Christmas songs for like the last 100 years.
Yes,
And
it is.
Did you
and
see?
so
I heard that NSYNC song in my head, and I was like, yeah.
you already knew it, right? And I'm like, and if I could manage to get it in there, I'll make a difference for the rest of my life and after.
That's
Like,
amazing.
that would be
That's amazing.
crazy, and it would just hit me like this crazy ambition. And the fact that it started to work just has blown me away.
Yeah, I commend you so fucking strongly. Like Maria and I, like both of our, we have our passions, but one that we share very largely is mental health. Because we both have our own issues. I have borderline. Maria has her things that she struggles with, and so just like it's so important to help people feel understood and help people feel like they're not alone, and just that they have someone to turn to, even if it's music, if it's okay, I'm going to make a TikTok video to the song or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it's like this weird connection that you can make, whether it's through a video, a podcast, a song, your art, whatever your art is. Like I love that you've added that piece into your art. That's amazing. Like seriously,
Yeah,
that's
and
awesome.
that's my plan with like all of my music, because when I was struggling the most is when most of these songs that are currently on my discography were written, and so it started to almost feel like I was putting really negative like music out, talking about like suicide and depression and addiction, and I had grown up like relating to that type of music as well, because I've always pretty much struggled with depression for so long. And I was like, I'm over here just like pulling in more sadness by listening to sad music, and I was like, how can I balance this? And I'm like, well, and the donation process like came to me with like, well, if you're struggling and you want to listen to sad music, like it just happens.
Yeah.
I feel it's natural. Like you want to hear that. You want to hear someone's story that you relate to. And I was like, so someone who's struggling, if they're listening to my music, they might be feeling like the same, and I've had a lot of people open up to me recently that have heard my music, and so I'm like, that would be so interesting if, my royalties are just getting donated to like those type of organizations, like maybe addiction or, suicide awareness and everything of what I'm talking about in the song. So someone who's struggling is listening to my music and then also helping someone else get the help that they need.
Yes.
Because I mean, if I hadn't had someone in my life to help, to guide me towards the help that I need, I'd have no idea where I would have ended up,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Dude,
it's definitely really important to me. And it was it was a weird thing that just came to me like during actually a meditation, and it was like a snap. It was like, this is what you need to do.
That's
and I was like, all right, let's do it. So yeah, I'm really excited about it, and that's definitely going to be the plan for the rest of my music for here on out, and to try to just get some sort of awareness into any kind of foundation and charity that's really close to my heart, and I'm hopefully people will be helping me with that as well, because I definitely want to find smaller organizations and stuff that are not fully like developed yet, or trying to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because some of them are so big, you're like, I don't know, it's hard.
Well, like
you're like, you guys got millions and billions of dollars, like let's find some other companies.
Where does your money go? Like, because I know some, like, you hear a lot of shady shit about some people. So
yeah,
I'm all about like starting with community. So like, a big platform of my job is like, a lot of hairdressers talk like shit and they gossip, and I'm like, no, I want to know your life. I want to, like, I had a conversation with my clients about like her siblings struggle with addiction and like how his process is coming. She was like, I never thought I'd have this conversation, and I was like, I don't want to be another person to gossip with. I want to be somebody that you can talk to and relate to, and like, whatever. And so on my outside time, I try to do like the same kind of thing. We go to the women's center, we try and give back and do haircuts and like, feed these women. And I think that like if more people just took the time to care, it's so easy to sit behind a screen and be like, I care so much, but like how much more rewarding is it to donate your money, to get face to face with people, to like share your story and have someone share their story with you. And like you're saying, you're experiencing that through the internet right now with these women, people sharing their stories with you and having, them relate to you. It's really nice. And I hope that between your song and this podcast, my goal is that this one blows up, not for like our sake, just because I do think that these are important topics.
Yeah.
That will inspire somebody just to do something outside of themselves, because I feel like we're living in a very egocentric time.
Yeah. No, it's been really awesome, to be honest. Like, I've even just, it has blown me away. There's some people that have said, like, you know, there was this one person that reached out to me and they said that they were going through really like hard time of being cheated on, and I said, you know, like, I completely understand, you know, I've been there, and you know, if you just focus on yourself, I promise, like, you can, you know, beat this. And she was like, yeah, you're right. You're so inspiring to me. And she sent me a screenshot of her Google Calendar from a year from now and said, "Update Linneah music on the progress of my life." And I was like,
"That's awesome.
That's amazing." That's and I was like, I really hope you do. And she's like, "I will." And I'm like, yes. I'm like, that's so amazing. Awesome. Like, that's the best gift you could, I feel like, give, you know, like, to me in any way, shape, or form. Like, you're gonna try.
Yeah.
You know? That's all you can do, is at least try. And I've had a couple of those stories too. So
it's been you're really making a difference for fucking sure. That's crazy to think, right? Like 3 weeks ago, you were like, I hope this takes off.
I know. And it's so wild because there's been a quote that I work on audiobooks for like a living right now.
Cool. Okay, and that's awesome.
Yeah, it's actually pretty awesome. And the whole year was such a weird coincidence, I guess. I don't really believe in coincidences. It's just like, you know, it's too bizarre. And the whole year after, like, my brother's situation, I had nothing but self-help books. Nothing but self-help books. It was just like self-help books, psychology books, self-help book, psychology book, over and over and over again. So I'm like, wow. I'm like, I mean, it naturally, and that's the type of person I've always kind of been, is very driven and ambitious. So I was like, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this too. I'm going to practice this routine and like start doing this. And I put the quotes up in my room and everything. And then one stood out to me a lot because it was a music related quote. And it says, you have a responsibility to become the best version of yourself and to make as much music as possible to help the most people. And, you know, with all the like shootings and everything, in America, I started to feel really little, and I was like, what can I do? I can't do anything. I'm so little. I'm just one person. You know, I don't have any skills. All I do is play guitar, you know, and sing. And I feel like finally, you know, becoming the best version of myself has helped me see all of this and start taking the action on it. And slowly but surely, it's, you know, building into a momentum that's actually getting people some help, and it's really freaking cool to see.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Maria, did you see my moment? I'm like, your moment? Oh, I'm sorry. You have all these self-help? You do all the self-help? You have all these routines? You meditate? We're best friends!
I know, right? We talked about this. We talked about this on our last podcast about self-care and just doing the things that you need to do in order to stay kind of balanced.
Like, even when you don't do.
Yeah, because I didn't for the longest time, and I like started drowning in a hole. So then that's kind of where all of that came through, because I used to do meditation I do now, but I would meditate every day. I would do self-help. I would listen to self-help audiobooks and all of that while I'm doing chores or my makeup or whatever. And
probably worked on them.
Yeah, it helped a lot. So yeah, when you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that's cool. So yeah, and that's why I, you know, it's really important for something like that, especially for me getting through like my anxiety and my binge eating disorder and all of that, just trying to get through and trying not to relapse back into old habits. Doing things like that, and having a routine like that means a lot, a lot.
Yeah, totally. So, I agree.
Yeah, and she does the same thing. She has all the same mannerisms and stuff. So when you were talking about that, we were like, yes.
It's so funny. Like, I'm a big believer in the law of attraction. So,
Same.
I mean, y'all can judge me. Okay, cool. I was like, you can judge me, it's fine. But like,
Why would we judge?
I'm just saying, like, you know those people that are like,
Oh my God,
what?
yes.
But like,
Yes.
I'm a big believer in the law of attraction, and like, when I take care of myself, and when I'm doing, when my mindset is about other people, I swear to God, I have attracted like the coolest fucking people into my life. Like my clients, my friends. Like I'm talking to you right now. Like you don't have to talk to me. You have a million. No, I'm kidding. But like, like you don't have to talk to me, and it's just so cool. It's so cool. Like when you attract these like people into your life, and then it's just like we were talking about earlier, just taking action and being like, hey, I want to talk to you. I don't care who it is. Like I've reached out to so many people, and I'm just like, do you want to be on my podcast? If not, do you want to be friends? Like, like cool. Like you give me good vibes, and I want to give you good vibes. But yeah, oh God, I'm just digging like this whole. I'm in a good mood. You guys are the best. Like
That's amazing.
This has just flowed so well, and like you guys are just Marie is my best friend, but you are just absolutely amazing. I mean, I'm like, I'm at a loss for words, and Marie can tell you how that does not happen.
Yeah, very rarely.
Like,
well, I definitely appreciate it. It's very, very exciting to be here. I'm super glad that I met you guys. This is fun. I had a good time. And it's really glad that we get along with all of that because it's very important to me too, like with the mental health and obviously the music and stuff. But yeah, I'm really
makes fun of me for it. So,
dude,
and like, a lot of attraction. I love it. I'm very firm believer in it as well.
Yeah, dude, like, for real, I'm sure you have your circle of people, but if you ever need people, like, you're always welcome to reach out. That's how we pretty much became friends. We just reach out and,
yeah, I'm very open. I think that it's really interesting to see the people that have been messaging me and stuff saying like, I don't think you'll ever read this or you'll never see this or like I doubt you'll reply, and I'm like over here like hi like I'm like I go above and beyond. I just even been sending them like videos and stuff trying to be like hey like and finding out their name and saying like what's up Heather, like I'm definitely not unreachable and I'm right here and I'm happy to talk to you because you're supporting me and I'm super grateful. So yeah,
that was something like that is going to make a big difference because everyone always like sees. I had to change my name on TikTok because no one can pronounce it. Okay, backstory really quickly. It's H creates, but like the regular spelling was taken, so I went back to like AOL Instant Messenger days because that was my only option. And so like you sent me a video back. First of all, I was like, she sent me a video back. What? I mean, I don't care. I thought it was great. And then she's like, hey Heather, and I was like, this bitch went to my page and found out my name because my name looks weird and she's personal and that's really nice. I was like, it's like a small thing that you don't think will make that big of a difference, but I was like,
it means a lot.
Yeah.
You took the time to care about somebody who cares about you. Like,
yeah, totally. And that's like, I just wanted to try and show like, the respect as well,
Yeah, for sure.
And because I mean, to show that I'm grateful, I'm not just over here like, cool, I'm blowing up and this is what I wanted, like, bye. Like I'm here like to definitely try to make a difference and just doing what I know how to do best. And so for anybody to be behind that has just been mind-blowing. And I'm just super grateful. I'm just really happy. It's all like kind of coming into fruition. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's been really cool. And again, I'm like making friends, I'm like this time last year, I released a song. I don't know if you've heard it. It's called No Friends because I was very much feeling like I had absolutely no friends.
Is it on Spotify?
It is on Spotify.
I will listen to it. You're like, I had your stuff open before I got on, so I will look at that when we get off of here.
Yeah, just a little short song when I was feeling a little bitter. That nobody would answer my calls and wanted to hang out with me, and I was just like, nah.
Our phones are always open.
Yeah, right.
We are coming up on an hour. I know, like, you got stuff to do today. I'm not kicking you off by any means. Like, stay as long as you want. Get cozy. But just so I don't forget and I don't run out of my little fun gifty ideas and everything. We're gonna hit this lightning round. We're gonna hit your gifties, and and I want you to like after we get through all that, I want you to tell any message you have to give, anything you have to say. I want you to get it out.
Okay.
So I'm just going to do one round of this because there's like 17 and we don't have time for that. But,
yeah.
I have time for everything. No, but just answer the first thing that comes in your head.
Okay.
Texting or talking?
Talking.
I like that. Favorite day of the week?
Monday.
Favorite city in the U.S. besides the city you live in?
Seattle.
Nickname your parents used to call you?
Like, I'm trying to think of one.
I don't have one. It's okay.
Well, I mean, they call me just like typical stuff, like honey and sweetie and stuff.
There you go. What's the last song you downloaded?
Probably my roommate's song, actually.
What's
it's called "Waiting on You" by Igami.
Look it up. We'll link.
And actually, I'm in the music video. We just filmed it yesterday.
Yes.
It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
Would you rather be able to speak every language in the world or to be able to talk to animals?
Oh. Oh, that's hard. Oh, animals.
Yeah.
Okay, favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Yeah. How long does it take you to get ready?
Probably like 20 minutes.
2
Actually, 20
hours.
minutes because I'm on a timer. I time myself.
Damn, that's awesome. On a scale of 1 to 10, how good of a driver are you?
I'd say like an 8.
Fair. Fill in the blank. Taylor Swift is?
Amazing. I'm a big Swiftie. I'm not gonna lie.
It. That's awesome.
I mean, like, hold on. Like, up in the corner is Taylor Swift.
Oh my god.
And I met her, and her mom gave me guitar picks. It was cool.
Damn, that's cool. No, she's like hardcore fan, so just throw that out there.
Yeah.
At what age do you want to retire?
No, I don't ever want to retire.
I love it.
I love working. I don't ever see myself not wanting to work and just like doing stuff.
I'm so happy.
The money thing is not why I would want to retire. I just don't want to not do stuff.
Same here.
I know. I'm just like, I love you. Invisibility or super strength?
Invisibility?
Okay.
I don't know why I would need to be so strong.
Yeah, fuck that. Is it wrong for a vegetarian to eat animal crackers?
Yes.
That was the last one. I didn't know that's what it said, and then I was like, oh, okay. Yes. Okay, cool. So that was fun. That was fun. I enjoyed that. So let's go through your cookies. Also, there's like a whole like clusterfuck of shit that I went through to get through Target just to like buy little things. But okay, so in the spirit of season's greetings, you have Christmas shot glasses.
That's awesome.
In the spirit of TikTok, we got you a little selfie light for your phone.
Nice. That's good. That's really good.
There's a little notebook. It says "Imagine and Create," so you can write your lyrics.
Oh, I love that.
In a little
That's awesome.
notebook.
I journal all the time, constantly.
I like to write my ideas down. So I like having a small book to take around with me. So I was like, look.
Yeah.
And then
I have books everywhere like that. That's awesome.
Since you are now going to be super popular and everywhere and super busy, just a cute little planner for 2020. It's super blurry. There it is.
I love it.
I got it and I was like, fuck, I might keep this because it's cute. But yeah, just a planner for all the things. So every song that drops, every event you have, every champagne popped, I want it written down. And I want to hear all about it. So we will send these to you. Just whenever you want to send us, if you have a PO box or something, we'll send those to you. Just as a thank you. Like, I'm so grateful. Yeah, this was so fun. You were like the coolest. Yeah, I would love to follow up with you at some point. I mean, now we're best friends, so I mean it's fine. But just I was like, where'd Maria go? I personally, I don't know about you, but I'm not good with like the whole phone calendar thing because my phone has so many notifications, and I'm like, fuck that. So I write it down. Yeah, so I just write everything down. So they're just like some little cute nifty gifties. Just
Yeah,
for
I
the
super
holidays.
appreciate it. That's really kind of
Yeah,
you guys.
dude.
Thank you so much. I'll
Anytime.
definitely use it all. I'm the kind of person who like is super stoked on everything, and I'm like instantly open it and want to use it.
That's awesome.
No matter what. Like my friend Amber, she's actually in the Season's Greetings music video. She was here today, and she's like, "Oh, you got that thing? She got it for me for Christmas last year." And she was like, it's just a little pop socket, and I had just like put it on my phone like the other day, and I was like, I've literally used everything you've ever gave me. And she's like, I love that.
That's
I love that.
awesome.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
But yeah, I'm really glad. This was really fun. Thank you guys so much for having me, and it was really nice to meet you, and definitely we'll be in contact and more in the future, and hopefully, yeah, you guys will just get to see more of growth and success from just this song alone. And I'm releasing a new song on December 26th. It's called Champagne, and it's just going to be a little fun song for New Year's until I release my next record, which is going to be called Fuck My Feelings Up With You, and it's going to be released, I think, January 10th, the second Friday in January.
So everybody put those on your calendar, December 26th, January 10th. I will be on it. I will make sure, I'm going to write those down. And then in our podcast, we will give little updates about when your stuff is dropping because you're family now. December 26th, January 10th. Cool. I want to make sure those are written down. And is there anything else that you want everybody to know, hear, whatever?
I mean, for sure, one of the most important things to me is the myhonestanswer.org. And, if anybody is willing to go to the website and just, visit it, or go to the Instagram, which is My Honest Answer, and follow the Instagram. And yeah, I'm definitely going to be updating my ex's sister to let her know. I think you might want to go check your profile, because it's got like almost 200 followers in the last couple days since I posted it a couple days ago. So
that's awesome.
I think
we'll link everything down below.
Yes.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So anything that we have talked about, Linneah has talked about, it'll all be linked. You can find us and Linneah on Spotify, Apple. Like, we're on anything that has podcasts. Linneah is, are you everywhere?
Yeah, I'm everywhere. I'm all
Linneah's
over.
Everywhere.
Amazon,
follow her everywhere.
YouTube.
Yeah, she's on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the things. Follow Linneah. You're Linneah Music on everything.
Yeah, I'm Linneah Music on Twitter and Instagram and everything, TikTok. So
perfect. We will link all of that. I'm gonna go follow My Honest Answer with my 12 fucking Instagram accounts that I have.
And I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, and I will put it on my calendar to donate at least once a month to My Honest Answer, and I hope that everyone else does the same.
Wow, that's so generous. That's extremely kind of you.
Absolutely.
I appreciate that. Wow, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, no, I mean,
that's definitely where my Season's Greetings money is going, and this year, and depending on the success of the song and everything, on how much I'm going to be changing it year to year, since it is for forever. But yeah, so I'm super stoked that at least I already know it's at least maybe made like $1,000 to $2,000 ish. So even that, because again, my therapy was pretty expensive. So to say as a thank you, to try to get other people help that, in any way, shape, or form, is the only thing that I feel like do to repay the earth.
Yeah, absolutely.
For my gratitude towards life now. So.
My God. Yeah. Well, I absolutely adore you, and we are so grateful that you came and hung out with us. Honestly, it's so fun.
I'll have to do it again for sure. I'm down. Just let me know.
Yeah, you will definitely. Yeah, we'll check in with you. We have you on all the social media. Yes. Thank you.
Come hang out with us.
I will.
It's
fun. I will message you every time I donate. That's going to be my accountability. Message Linneah every time I donate.
I will talk to me every time. Calls, whatever you want to do. That's amazing.
For sure. Well, I hope that you have a wonderful evening. Listening to your roommate, popping champagne.
Fucking champagne.
Awesome.
Yep. And we're gonna literally do a champagne shower and try to film it to where we can get the snapshot for the cover for the song, for the next song release. So
I mean,
Should we
if
get-
not, buy more champagne. Oh no.
Yeah, that's what we said. We're like, should we go get another bottle?
Yes.
That's great.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much for having me, and I hope that you guys have a great evening too.
Thank you.
And
You
until next
too.
time, huh?
Yes,
Yes, until next time.
absolutely.
All
Thank
right,
you
well,
so
take
much.
care. All
You
right,
too.
bye-bye.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.